Radio Apna Frankfurt
Hello everyone, I'm Raman from Apna Frankfurt and I welcome you all once again to our session where we are coming together to take your questions. Today in the panel we have Mr. Kerry Reddington once again, the true friend of India. Thanks Kerry for joining once again today, taking out the time from your very busy schedule and taking out your time to help the people. Thank you very much. Yeah. Kamal is also joining us. Kamal is the ex-convener of Friends of India, and he's a supporter of Indian community here, and he joins with us today as well. Thank you, Kamal. Prabhanjan, he is the acting convener of Friends of India, and he's also representing Telugu Velugu and also associated with Apna Frankfurt, and he's in the call with us today. Thank you, Prabhanjan. And Mr. Ajit Ranade is also here from Desi Germans, and he's also heading Marathi Kata from Frankfurt. So thanks for taking out the time. And we all come together today to take questions from the people. A lot of concerns going around because of coronavirus situation today. And we would like to take these questions one by one so that we can help the people with right information. Yeah, let's jump into the topics now. We have got a lot of questions with us today. But the first question, Carrie, I'm now looking at you. The first questions around visas. People have made the applications. People are looking for answers. People are looking for response there. Maybe you would like to get some more clarity towards the people on this topic.
I just spoke to a young lady in Wiesbaden today that did everything perfect. She sent in her application. She sent in all the right forms. And the question that I'm getting mostly is, how long is it going to take? Do I need to keep calling them? And I keep telling people, and what's very important, it will happen. It will take a couple of weeks for them to return your emails. If they don't return your emails immediately, please be patient. It does no good to contact them again. As you can imagine, they have thousands of people that they have to answer. I am speaking on behalf of all of Germany, so please be very patient with the authorities right now.
Yeah. Thank you, Kerry. And I mean, even today I read in Tagesschau that even the German Prime Minister, Mrs. Angela Merkel, she also said that this is the time where we need to be patient. The authorities are working at their best. They are putting in a lot of efforts to bring the best situation or best service out to the people. It's just that we can contribute to that by staying patient. So thank you, Kerry, for these words here. Yeah. Yeah, since the last time we have met, there have been a lot of questions on travel to India. There have been some cases in between as well where there were some urgencies to travel to India. And now I'm looking towards you, Ajit. Maybe you can add a few words in this topic.
Yeah. So I would say, like Raman, by this time, like people now know, like when they need to be when they need to travel back to India, because everybody knows that it is impossible to travel back to India at this point of time, because the airspace for commercial airlines is totally closed, at least from India side. And some let's say some evacuation planes are coming from India to Germany, but that is mainly for the German nationals, and that's the scope for their evacuation plan. But otherwise, my sincere advice to all the students or all the people over here, so don't be panic. And this is not the right time, and it's not advisable to go to India, because it's important that we should support our country, which is facing a lot of challenges. So be here, and don't travel. So be here. This is Germany, is a safe place, and no hurry to reach India, even after 15th April, just like that.
Thank you, Ajit, for taking this part. Just before I come to Kamal, I would also like to basically bring in a question from Himangi. She has actually touched the same point what Ajit just now touched, and I would like to read out her question. She says, "I just got news from my parents back in India that there are special flights arranged for Indians back to India. So I wanted to know, do you have any contacts of people from Delhi?" So maybe Kamal, would you like to take this first?
I would like to highlight, I think that's, thanks Ajit for sharing the current situation. I would like to highlight that I was also hearing that from French and German nationals in India, there is currently a problem being faced of, let's say, not being able to get the flight, and there is no proper support also on accommodation. For all these scenarios, my suggestion after discussion with Ministry of External Affairs and also with CGI is that they should contact their local embassy or the visa authorities. At the same time, they can contact the help desk of MEA, Ministry of External Affairs, who can guide them what is the next step and what's the current situation, even if they're traveling from India to Germany. And if they are in Germany, they should definitely contact the CGI or embassy counterparts, as Ajit Ranade mentioned.
So very important point. If you are already in Germany, you are a person of Indian origin or you are an Indian citizen, you have concerns, please approach CGI, Consul General of India of your area, or even the embassy. If you have organizations like Friends of India, I would even recommend that you can get in touch with them. We have Kerry on the call today. He is also a good supporter of our Indian community. And there, I would also recommend that you can even opt to get in touch with Kerry. And we are connected. We all these associations are connected. We will get you the right support as it is required. Yeah. Thank you. Prabhanjan, would you like to add something to this point here?
Sure. Basically, the whole message is to stay calm. Don't get panic. We are in a tough situation. Everybody knows that. Everybody has to acknowledge that. People are working. The governments are working from all the governments from all the countries. The authorities are working to maintain the situation, to contain the virus spread. So whoever says, whatever the question is, everything boils down to the same answer. Stay calm, take some time. I think this is the right time for everybody to stay at home and then relax. We have been always rushing for anything, I don't know what, but this is the right time to stay home and then see what happens, and then we will see what happens. The only problem is for the people who have been stuck in different countries, not in their hometowns, but even for them, the message is there are some guidelines given by the governments, by the local governments. Follow them, follow those guidelines, and then you will be put in the right track, and then you can just follow the track.
This also leads to another question, actually, and this is especially coming in the direction of students. Students who are at international locations, students who are not close to their family. There are definitely two things that we are listening in the last days. One, that they feel lonely. They are actually having some kind of fear about the current situation. They really want to get back home, and we all completely understand that. And on the other hand, the second point related to that is even the parents, they are basically worried about their kids, and this is very normal here. So my question to Kerry, would you like to add something to this point here? How students can basically organize themselves better to deal with this situation?
I was going to add to all the students, all the international students in Germany, because we're speaking right now to all of Germany right now. It's very important to speak to your neighbors, okay? It's very important to be honest how you feel. Every question that you have, I have a lot of telephone calls. I'm reaching about 40 to 50 phone calls a day. And the most important thing is every question I take seriously, because for them at the time, it's serious. So it's very important to reach out and acknowledge how you feel. That's so important. I tell people how I feel. You know, I'm closing my business, I'm doing this, but I'm reaching out to people. So it's very important to reach out to your neighbor and open up. Now's the time to really accept help and to also admit that we need more friends and reach out to your friends.
Yeah, thank you, Kerry. I think very valuable suggestion there, very valuable input there, that we need to stay connected with people. And talk to people. I mean, being lonely is definitely going to create some kind of a problem. So this is not the time where we stay lonely. This is the time where we connect with people, stay connected, be it through technology like we are doing today, or be it through even letters. I mean, the postal services are open, right? So you can also even interact with each other in that point. And I see Prabhanjan would like to add something here. Prabhanjan.
Especially for students. I think I have mentioned this point also last time when we had this call. Students who are staying in Germany, please talk to your parents back home. Ensure that, give them assurance that you are in good hands, right? They would be really worried about your situation, about your status and everything. Talk to them, call them, assure them that you're doing good.
Yeah. No, thank you, Prabhanjan. One more thing. I mean, it's related to this. Dr. Aditi K actually has sent a question to all of us, and the question is, how about rents of students, considering the student jobs are in a limbo? So, Kerry, I see you would like to take this question, so please. Yeah.
That is a great question. I'm dealing with this also. The most important thing, go back to what we all said. First, you have to relax. You have to talk to people. You have to inform your landlord. If you have a financial problem, you can do also Stunden, which means they're not going to be able to throw you out. It's impossible. There's something is they're making a new law in the Bundestag that they're trying to make a new law where it's going to become now officially. It's not yet done, but it's coming. Just communicate with your landlord. We're all in this together. That's what we all say. We're all in this together. Go back to what we all say. Communicate to your landlord. You do not need to take this upon yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Kerry, for taking this question up. And yes, it's very important. Again, if you are in some kind of a situation, I would even recommend you to get in touch with some organizations like Friends of India. You can get in touch with Apna Frankfurt, and we will see how we can get you maybe legal help, even any kind of financial help that we can possibly look around. Yeah.
Yeah. Raman, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you, Ajit, now. Please go ahead.
Just would like to just exchange some few points about the student thing. See, there are many stores over here. So, like, sometime, like about couple of hours back, couple of students contacted us. In fact, they contacted Consul General Mrs. Pratibha Parker, and they said, like, at any cost we want to go back to India. Please manage something for us. Okay, so my sincere request or urge to all the students, guys, we have 19,000 students here. There are some countries from Africa as well as Latin America. There are not even few hundred students here in Germany. So this is a big strength of Indian students here. So as Prabhanjan mentions, just be together and don't lose hope, because yes, you will go back to India. This is slightly a tricky situation, but we need to see like how the 1.3 billion population which is India. There are people who earn their livelihood by on daily wages. In fact, we should come together and we support them. At this point of time, we should be courageous and we should support India rather than thinking of like just running back to India at this point of time. So, guys, please be calm. Nothing will happen till 15th of April. Just and even maybe it extend. I don't know, but we need to be prepared for that.
Yeah. I mean, at this point in time, Ajit, as you very correctly mentioned, what we know at this point in time is till 14th of April, the airspace to India for all passenger commercial planes is blocked.
Yep.
So traveling back to India at this point in time is not possible. I mean, this is what we know from the official communications that have come from DGCA in India. I see Kamal would like to add something here. Kamal, please.
Very well. I think the last statement makes true sense. In India right now, you cannot even go out. It's like lockdown. And here you can still go out with two people. Two people can go out. Though you should avoid it, definitely, but movements in India are almost zero. Please consider that and try not to reach there. And even if you, let's say, even if in hypothetical situation you think you will be able to reach there are high chances you will infect people in your family. So please don't do that. Stay where you are. In 1 month, if the situation gets better, I'm sure authorities will definitely come back and ease the situation. So wait for that time.
Yeah. Thank you, Kamal. For let's move to the next question. There is a question from Mr. Manojkumar Kunsham, and he is actually sharing his experience with us. And he basically has written down this. He says, in the past week, I came across a situation that my friend is sick, and we tried hard to get some assistance from House Arts 112 and 116 117. After several struggles, we got some response from 116 117. They registered the case with health insurance number. After a while, a doctor called us. We explained the symptoms. He prescribed some medicines and said, as the symptoms are equivalent to corona, my friend should go for tests in clinicum. But he didn't register the case as corona. The result is clinicum staff rejected my friend even from entering. How to deal with such kind of situations? And he adds, I want to thank Mr. Prabhanjan for his support during this process. So I think this question very naturally goes to Prabhanjan. Prabhanjan, would you like to share with us how you could help this person? And the name of the person is Mr. Manojkumar Kunsham. Yeah.
Thanks, Raman, and thank you very much, Manoj, for asking this question and then bringing your experience to the light. Basically, it was a strange situation for that guy. He was really suffering from fever, high fever for a couple of days, and then I personally talked to him on telephone, and I guided him whom to contact. And then even this is the first situation, this is the first case for me. I did not really know where to start, and then what is the first step, what is the second step, and so on. And but finally, we made it to that level that we could send that guy to the hospital, and then at the end, thankfully, it was shown that he doesn't have any. I mean, he's negatively identified for coronavirus. But however, the point here is, and the experience from my side is, even the hotline numbers, they are completely overloaded. They're completely overloaded. This 0800 number, 116 117. So whomever you call, the answers are not that friendly on one side. At the same time, we also have to understand we should be patient. Yeah, we should be patient and then keep calm. And then first of all, try to know the process, stay at home, quarantine ourselves, and then take care of ourselves for the first 14 days. And then slowly, when it's really getting hard, then we have to go to the hospital. We have to really contact 112 and so on. At this time, I really appreciate Ajit, who had created a kind of flow chart. What is the first step? What is the second step? And so on. I have seen his post on Facebook. Thank you very much, Ajit, for creating that. And I think I give it to Ajit to explain his view and his experience on these steps.
The simple process which is in front of my computer is like, see if there are some COVID-19 symptoms, and if you notice COVID-19 symptoms such as dry cough or fever or body ache, etc., then the first thing we should do is self-isolate for first 3 days, closely monitor the symptoms, and avoid taking any medication without consultation to prevent the symptoms from being suppressed. Okay, and if the symptoms persist, then call, as Prabhanjan mentioned, call 116 or 117. The step number 3 is, it is possible that the lines are busy multiple times. It is advisable to call at odd hours. It is a 24/7 helpline, and in case of no response, reach out to 112 or police in worst case. Okay, in worst case scenarios, I'm telling about this because it is important that in nobody's approachable. So 116, 117 task force will guide general physician or house SARS in your vicinity based on your location. And in worst case, if you cannot reach any authority, try to react the nearest Indian consulate. They will guide you for the further help. So this is like in brief, I would say, like, and the last step is house SARS. The house SARS will inquire for your symptoms and will understand the complete case, your travel history, existing medical conditions, current medication or special situations, etc. And thereafter take call. So yeah, this is the brief process, and I would suggest like Apna Frankfurt team, like please share this once with our viewers once the call after the call. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I think what we are going to do, we are going to take this flowchart and also going to put it on Apna Frankfurt website, apnafrankfurt.de, We'll also share it through Facebook and also on the WhatsApp group. So through one mean or the other, it should reach you. In case it is not reaching you, feel free to drop us an email to admin@apnafrankfurt.de, and we would definitely make sure that this information reaches you, because at the moment it is very important you get the right information and you have the right procedure in front of you when something like this comes your way. Moving on to another question. And this question basically comes from Deepak Balajikrishnan. And the question is again about the work visa. He says, I am left with 30 days of my work visa. At moment, Frankfurt Ausländer Behörde is closed. Sending them email with required documents would make me and my dependents as legal. Request for a clarification here. So I would like to ask Kerry to maybe add something here.
So this is the number one question I think I get every single day, 30 to 40 times a day. This is the same question. Go back to what we all said, fill out the application, send it to the Ausländerbehörde. This question pertains to all of Germany. If you're a student, if you are working here, if you are also on a work visa and also a job seeker visa, this is very important. First, let's go for the normal visa. So send in all your information, be patient. They will respond when they have the time in the list. They will respond back to you. As far as your parents, they will also respond back to you. They're going to give you a piece of paper. It might take 2 weeks. It might take 3 weeks. I heard in Dusseldorf, they gave an answer back in a couple days. It depends. If you don't hear anything back in 2 or 3 weeks, call them again. Excuse me, don't call, write them an email. All the German agencies are closed right now. They're all closed. What's also important for the job seekers, because this is also a lot of questions I'm getting from job seekers. Job seekers came to Germany for 6 months to look for a job. They just got here, or you've been here for 4 months, you don't have any interviews. Will your job visa be extended? This will be handled on case by case. So please send in all your information and they will then work on it case by case. I think that the German authorities will be very friendly to us. Please go back to what we said. If you need any type of support, you have to reach out to us. It's very, very important. You have to reach out to us. So please let me just say that one more time. Wait until you get a response. There is no need to call them every hour and say, just please be patient, okay?
Yeah, thank you, Kerry. And definitely a very important point there about job seekers visa. We even had a question from one of the persons from Düsseldorf. He mentioned himself as a job seeker visa holder from Düsseldorf, and he had exactly the same question, that he has been here. He has got this 6 months now. He's losing time because of the current situation. Will the job seeker visa be extended? And you already addressed this point. So thank you very much. When we are talking about the visa situation, there is another question that comes actually from another person. The name is Diya H Balakumar, and she's asking the question, what about visas of people in India which are going to expire? So this is about people who are in India, who have got visas to Germany, but then their visas are going to expire because the travel is not allowed at this point in time. Normally they would come back to Germany and extend their visas here, but now the question is, how can they deal with this? So Kerry, would you like to add something?
Yep. That's probably the second most asked question that the phone calls that I get. It's very simple. Reach out to the German embassy in Delhi or to the different German consulates, and you're going to have to extend your visa there. There is no need to write letters here in Germany. You have to extend your visa directly through the consulate or the embassy in Delhi.
Thank you, Kerry, for adding this information. Very important. And just to add one more point here, I think even the authorities in India are really burdened with a lot of other activities that have started. For example, this Rückhol Aktion, which is currently going on. The German authorities are trying their best to bring all European nationals, German nationals, even long-term visa holders of Germany back into Germany as soon as possible. And a lot of effort is going in this direction as well. So even there, please contact them, but be patient. Have patience. You will get answers to your questions at the right time, because just keep in mind they also have other high priority things to deal with. Well, while we are talking about visa, there is a very interesting question which has come in, and this question has come in from Mr. Jayaram Sastri, and he's asking the question: I'm a resident in Friedrichsdorf. My son, who holds an Indian passport, age 22, studies in Vancouver. His college and dorm are now closed due to COVID-19. We would like him to return home to Frankfurt, but he holds an Indian passport. Will the German consulate in Vancouver issue him a visa? Thanks for taking this question. So, Kerry, I see you already shaking your head. So,
Yeah. Unfortunately, unless you have a residence permit for Germany, you are not allowed in at this time. The borders are closed. If you do not, I'll repeat again, if you do not have a residence permit of Germany, the borders are closed. Very simple.
yeah. No, thank you, Kerry. I think it's an important thing to
Yeah.
also stay realistic at the same
Yeah.
time, what exactly can happen and what not. So thanks for bringing in that practical factor there, that yes, the rules are in general applicable to everyone, and this is the rule that exists today, as Kerry mentioned. So thanks for adding here. While we talked about parents, there is a question coming from Saswati, and she's asking the question: my parents are in Germany. My parents' medicines are coming to an end. Any solution to get the medicine, as India is also in lockdown situation? So now I am looking towards maybe Kamal or okay,
Yeah.
Kerry. Kerry, you would like to take this? Go ahead.
Yeah. If they're prescription medicines, we will find a doctor to give you a prescription with a consultation. There's a lot of international pharmacies in Germany, so it's no problem to get the medicines that you need that are equivalent also then to the Indian medicines. No problem whatsoever.
Thank you. And I think one question again going in the direction of visa and student. The question comes from Nisha from Paderborn. And what she is mentioning is very interesting. She says, hello, I am Nisha Kale from India. I am studying in Paderborn University in Germany. I was working part-time at McDonald's, but due to coronavirus, they have laid off the workers, and I don't have a job now. I have visa extension very soon, and I won't be able to show the amount required for extension. How
Yeah.
can I get
Yeah.
a help in this case? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Kerry.
First off, that's great that you reached out to us. Congratulations. That's the most important thing, that you reached out to us with this question. Second, go back to what we all said. Reach out to the local authorities. Explain the situation. They are completely aware of the situation. What's going on also with the students is that's why we're speaking a lot today, I think, about the students, because we're realizing we're getting so much questions about it. We're trying to look at every aspect, but in every question is different, but it goes always, you have to inform the authorities what's going on. And if it does not work, you reach out to us and we will find a solution, because we are the team right now for all of Germany right now to help all these different situations.
So I think the clarification was very well. So let's move on to the next question. The question comes from Aditi Mishra. She lives in Wiesbaden. She's Dr. Aditi Mishra, and she's mentioning, my name is Aditi Mishra. I work in Wiesbaden, Hessen. I got your number from Facebook. My mother is with me. She has a 1-year visa till 30th of March. Her flight Qatar Airways is cancelled for 27th of March. I have written an email to Wiesbaden Ausländerbehörde and tried to call them multiple times, but no answer. Please let me know if we can get some advice here.
I can only give her a lot of compliments. I spoke to her actually 2 hours ago. She called me. She's a fine doctor in Wiesbaden. as I assume, and she did everything right. She's expecting a phone call back, what she will not get. Nobody's going to go on the phone. I explained to her very simply that she has two situations, one with her and also with her mother. So I told her very simply, you did everything right. She sent in all the documents. She just has to wait till the information comes back. I want to give her a big compliment. She was fantastic. And I told her to be patient. As I always say, be patient. If nobody responds to her in a couple of weeks, no problem. Reach back out to us. We can then look into it a little bit farther.
Yeah.
But,
and while we are having this conversation, you see that there are more questions coming in. But and it's really good. I mean, we are here to help the people, and the more questions we get, I think it will bring more clarity to the people. So thanks a lot. I mean, before I go to the next question, I would like to again thank Kerry, again thank Prabhanjan, Kamal, and Ajit to join with us today here and take people's questions. I think it's very important that we are coming here trying to answer the questions, give authentic information to the people, and I really appreciate you taking out the time today. Thank you. Yeah. So moving on to the next question, and this question comes from a small business holder. He didn't mention the time. He says name. He said small business holder, and he says the financial help coming from the start. What are the suggestions to the small and medium-sized businesses, freelancers, etc.? So very important question. I think businesses are going through especially tough time in this point in time. And there are a lot of questions that are actually going around here. I'll also like to afterwards mention what we are doing at the moment to help the businesses. But I think this question specifically goes to Kamal. Kamal, you would like to take this one?
I would definitely like to start and then request Carrie's input on this. I think we heard, and especially from Carrie and from some colleagues from the starts as well, that there is a program which has been introduced recently, especially for Hessen. And this program is for different groups. It starts with a group with 5 workers, group with 10 workers, group with 49 workers, and more. We have to classify these into 2 different situations. One of them is employees. Employees will always follow the procedure of Arbeitslosengeld if they have issue with Arbeit, job lost. But in case they are not being paid, this is something they first clarify with their company. If not, they contact once again the start, which is helping for losing the Arbeit. The second part is the business, as we said. With 5, there was an approximate amount announced of 10,000 euro immediate help for people, for the businesses up to 5 people. The second was up to the 10 employees business. They will have 20,000 support help, which means immediate help. Then with 30,000 euro for more than up to 49 workers. That has been announced. Of course, you need to fill a form. You need to follow a procedure. There is a website where you get more information, frankfurt-business.net. Kerry was highlighting in the first session already. I think he was already sharing that. And now you have to fill this form. You have to submit it and follow the procedure which will be recommended. I definitely request Kerry to say some words on this.
Yeah. So I'm working on this also right at the same time with my company right now. As far as freelancers, I can get maybe a thumbs up. We have a lot of Indian freelancers out there. So it's very important. The first thing you have to do is go to your bank. They are basically the motor behind everything. They will give you all the information that you need. I think it's also important for us as a team that we address each one of these issues separately and contact us directly, that we can give you more information on a one-to-one basis, because but first you have to go to your bank and explain to them the situation. They will give you then the program, what is best for you if you're living in Hessen or Rhineland-Pfalz or in Thüringen, whatever state you're living in Germany, they have different programs. So please go immediately to your house bank and they will help you. And of course, you also can't get appointments there either, so you'll have to call them, but they do go on the phone at the banks right now.
Yeah.
Or write them emails.
Sure. Thank you, Kerry, for adding these pressure points here. Kamal, yeah, you would like to
just one comment. Thanks. I would like to also thank Start Frankfurt, Start Hessen. I think the most important is this helps come really at a right time. I was already hearing from some people, they started to apply, 2 to 3 people in my known area which have started. And now, as Kerry mentioned, what's a good starting point? Start from your bank. and very good help. We should really appreciate Start for such initiatives that they are bringing and helping the people out there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank
No,
you, Start.
Thank you. And I mean, again, also one thing to mention here is very important. I think the government of Germany, they have actually passed the law, passed the rule of helping the businesses in a record time.
Yeah.
So they understand what is the situation with the businesses, especially small and medium-sized businesses.
Yeah.
And they have actually brought out this help in a record time. So I would like to thank on behalf of all of us, even the government of Germany, really appreciate the step which has been taken. And as Kamal said, at the right time, now is the time when
Yeah.
the people need help. And this help has come in. So really appreciate. Yeah, thank you, Carrie. And I think at this point in time where the businesses are going under a lot of pressure, every information which is in the right direction helps a lot. And for this purpose, actually, I would like to just mention a couple of things which we did in the last 1 week. We actually got in touch with a German Steuerberater who is of Indian origin, and he has also given some important tips. We have actually published these tips in the form of a video, and you can go to the YouTube channel of Apna Frankfurt, and you can actually listen to these tips which are coming from a German Steuerberater who has studied Steuerberater here, the tax consultation here, but he is from an Indian origin, so he understands both sides of the coin, and he is giving some suggestions there. So please, you can go to a YouTube video of Apna Frankfurt, and you can get the information from there. In the method, or in the steps towards how we can help the businesses, we have also created a list of Indian businesses that are actually open at this point in time. And the list is not just limited to Indian businesses. We would like to invite all businesses which are operating at this point in time, because these are the businesses that are offering critical support to the people in Frankfurt all around Germany. And we invite them to write an email to us to admin@apnafrankfurt.de. We would like to add the information in this document so that it reaches the people. The business is open. You can reach them via phone. You can order something to be delivered via internet. Whatever facilities you are basically offering to the people, we would like to highlight it, bring it out. So this is a step that has been done by Apna Frankfurt to help the businesses there as well. And again, there is financial support offered by the German government, and that is really appreciable at this point in time. While we are talking about businesses, I would like to take one more question, which comes from Rashmi Arora. And she actually has the consumer side of the businesses, and she is actually mentioning that at this point in time, we are asking for help for the local businesses, but this should also come from the local businesses at the same time. She is saying that she's experiencing that the commodities are being sold at much higher price at this point in time. There are some businesses which are trying to make an advantage of this situation. Yeah. And that's the other side of the coin. And she's raising this concern that we should also raise this point with the businesses. I think it's a very important point. It's a very valid point. Any one of you who would like to say something on this? Kamal? Yep, Kamal. And then Prabandhan will come to you.
It's a very valid point. This situation started as soon as the problem, let's say, lockdown increased and people were stopped going out. The same happened with logistics. Many of the trucks, they are not coming in now from other states. So that's actually, let's say, that's not adding to better of the situation. But let me tell you something which I realized 2 days back. Please, first of all, when you go shopping, don't stock yourself.
Thank you, Kamal. Thank you for taking this point. Prabandhan, you wanted to add something?
The main message is do not overstock yourself. It increases the demand, and when the demand is increased, the price is increased. So don't overstock yourself. Don't buy extra things. Don't be in a hurry to buy everything on one day. Just do the purchase as normal as it is. Yeah. Then you can keep the prices as they are, and then you don't increase the prices.
No, but I mean, one thing I would like to add here, Prabandhan, is yes, I mean, this is one part. When the demand increases, the prices goes up, but at the same time, it's a crisis situation. So I, on behalf of Apna Frankfurt, and if you allow me all, I would request all the businesses to basically also take care of this, that we do not take undue advantage of the situation. I mean, we also understand it can happen that in this situation, the prices of logistics have gone up. it is difficult to get the things from outside. Maybe there are some costs that are increasing. So if you as a consumer feel that way, I request you to please talk to the business owner and drop them an email, call them, check with them why the prices are going high. Maybe there are some valid reasons behind it. I can't judge this here sitting in the studio, but what I can suggest you is talk to them. And I think communication is the key here. And again, if you're not satisfied with them, with their answer, please tell them directly. And here on behalf of Apna Frankfurt and on all of us, I request all you to support local businesses. It's the need of the hour. Let's support local businesses. But at the same time, I request all the businesses to basically not take an undue advantage of this situation. Yeah. Let's help the people. This is the moment where we help everyone around us. And this is the moment where we stay together and we will overcome this problem. So that's the point, and I hope Rashmi this addresses your question. And thanks for raising this with us. And we would like to also see like this brings out a change out there. One question, last one here that I have on my list, and this question basically comes from Uma Shankar, and the question is coronavirus airborne? I heard some news from WHO. It's airborne under some circumstances. Can you explain this? Adding to this, can we go for a jogging in odd times with proper social distance?
Yes.
So the question basically goes to maybe Ajit, would you like to add something to this question?
So Raman and thanks Uma with this question. And this shows that your confidence in this team, that as if we are all around us. But let me tell you very honestly, we are not doctors, okay, and we are not experts in this area. So I would like to rely on the authentic information from WHO or from the doctors on this point of time for replying to this question. So Raman, I would say this will be my answer.
Yeah, no, thank you. I think very, very important thing. There are a lot of rumors going around. Please don't spread the rumors. I mean, any information that you get, please check the source of that information. I mean, this is I think an important point that I would like to bring to all the people who are actually watching this video. Please don't simply forward anything that you get on your WhatsApp. Try to check what is the source behind it. And if you find a legitimate source, then yes, forward it so that people get legitimate information. Please add the source along with it, that you have got this from this legitimate source. So this is very important. Let's put a break to all the fake news going around. We are responsible for all this. So I request all of you to please take a step here. Make sure whatever you are forwarding further on WhatsApp, on Facebook, whatever you are reacting to, make sure it's an authentic information.
Kerry wanted to say
Kerry.
something.
So I really appreciate that question. Actually, I wouldn't even dare to answer a question like that. And I really appreciate our team because we research everything. We speak to the people that are making the decisions, actually. So it's a little bit different information. So when we give you an answer, we're actually speaking to the people that are involved in the decision making, and we're getting it directly, not third party. That is very interesting, Kamal, what you said. It's very, very important because all this news, it's getting out of hand. And that's why before I speak about the visa situation, I have a direct line to Mr. Euler to speak to him directly. What is the situation right now here in Frankfurt? And then we can also assume that it's going to be all over Germany, the same procedures. And this is what I want to give you a compliment on all of the whole team, is that we are looking into each fact before we answer one question.
Yeah, thank you, Kerry, for saying that. I mean, as we are talking, you see, we are getting more and more questions. I know I said last question, but I think we should take this one as the last one here. The question comes from Plas Chopra, and he says, I received a feedback from a friend that doctors are not concerned about non-German people until it is serious condition for them currently.
No.
She went to see a doctor, but they said, go home and wait until it is not life dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Kerry, would you like to comment on this?
I I was just at my doctor the other day getting a vitamin C infusion. I'm trying to take care of my health, extraordinary right now, like I always do. And I heard in the background what she was saying to patients. She's getting minimum 100 calls a day, everybody asking the same questions. She asked, as I overheard her speaking on the telephone, she gave very clear rules. It does not matter which nationality you are. They have to take, every government has to take every person very, very seriously. They ask you if they're not friendly because they don't have any time to be friendly. Everybody should be polite, but they get the same phone calls and they have to really, there's a waiting line. We were at the airport the other day. They're getting 500 phone calls a day. It's everybody thinks because if they have a little scratch in the throat, that immediately you have corona. So it's very important to listen to the doctors because every person matters. Because you could be a carrier, so they take it very, very serious. So please, the Germans have the biggest hearts around the world, and it wouldn't be any difference if I was in India. You could be that they take every patient serious.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think what I would like to especially add here is it's really important to understand the other side of the story. As Kerry
Yeah.
very rightly said, the doctors are working day and night.
Yeah.
They are away from their families. They are working day and night, putting all the efforts to protect you and me. They are not taking care of only a specific nationality or a group of people. They are taking care of all of us.
Yeah.
Well, it can happen that they are not in the best of their moods when you contact them.
Yeah.
One or the other minute is not the right time to talk to them. It happens everywhere. I mean, it happens at jobs, it happens at public transportation places, it happens everywhere. So let's not try to generalize one situation or one experience in general. Yes, your experience is painful here. I can very well understand it.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, we are also getting a lot of cases known where other nationalities are also being attended by the doctors. Yeah. So I think this is unfortunate what has happened to you, Palash, or to your friend. And
Yeah.
I really understand that, but at the same time, I request you and your friend to also understand how the situation is at the moment. And I mean, hats off to all the people who are working day and night to make
Yeah.
sure that you and I get everything at home that we want in this situation.
Yeah.
Hats off to the people who are working day and night in hospitals to make sure that the people they don't even know are actually being saved, putting their own lives at risk there. So here I would like to actually thank each and everyone who is putting in efforts, and actually let's clap for them, guys. I mean, this is the time where we really owe them everything that we can.
Yeah.
And yes, I think here we appreciate all the efforts that this whole community is putting up. So on behalf of Apna Frankfurt, I'd like to thank each and everyone there, and I think we owe them, guys. So we owe them a lot in this situation. Having said that, now I think maybe some final words from each one of us. So Kerry, would you like to say something to close this call today?
I would like to say, everybody, we're all in this together. It's very important. Contact us if you have any questions whatsoever. Most important, and be very humble right now and be very kind to everybody. And it goes a long way right now, especially what we just said about the doctors and the bankers, and everybody is under extreme pressure. So I try to be extra nice even to everybody. So when you go shopping, an extra smile and say thank you for being there for me. And that's what I have to say. You guys are a great team, and it's great that what we're doing for Germany right now. Great team.
Thank you, Kerry. Thank you very much. Ajit, would you like to add something?
Yeah, so I mean, like Giri has already mentioned, but it's important thing right now that we all should be united and we all should work together to defeat this enemy called as Corona, and that's the only thing. So there should not be any panic around because the panic will kill our immune systems. So we need to be very careful and united and confident all the time. That's it.
Thank you, Ajit. Thank you. Kamal?
Yeah, I think very good team. Also here, I would definitely say you all are part of Team Friends of India. Yeah, Team Friends and Team India and Friends. And please stay connected to what we are doing. Maybe we will have sessions on this, but definitely stay safe at home, stay quarantined, wash your hands, and help each other. Because if you don't help others, don't help. Yeah. Coming back to point which Raman was mentioning earlier, there is nothing about differences now. We have one enemy, as Ajit ji mentioned. We have Corona. We need to get rid of it. We need to get rid of the problem. Stay together, and we are there to help you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kamal. Thank you. Prabhanjan, some words from you.
Well, there's nothing extra to say. Everybody of you already mentioned the message is stay home and keep your social distance. Solidarity is very important in these times. So show your solidarity towards your neighbors, towards your friends, towards anybody out there. Yeah, so that you have to take care of the other person so that they take care of you. So that is the main thing at the moment. And as Kamal said, we are fighting against only one enemy, Corona. And then let's stay together and let's come out of this together. Yeah, reach out for any kind of help. Reach out to Apna Frankfurt. Reach out to Friends of India. Reach out to Kerry. And we are one team. Let's work together. Let's stay together. And then let's work for the betterment of our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhanjan. And I mean, at the end, I would like to say, have patience. Please, guys, stay patient. We are not still through. We are on a good path here in Germany, but we are not through.
No.
I know the patience is running out. I know working from home, taking care of kids, all the situation that's running around, it adds to a lot of pressure. We can't go to the gym. We can't basically go out in the open and meet our friends. We all are in this together.
Yeah.
But stay patient, have patience, follow the rules, follow the guidelines of the experts. The only way to go through this is follow the guidelines of the experts, follow what experts say, and then only we can come through this together. Another thing, take care of yourself, take care of your families, take care of people who are around you, especially elder people. Help them.
Yeah.
As I said the last time, it's very important. When you start helping others, your life starts getting more beautiful. Yeah. So now is the opportunity in front of all of us. Let's help others, even the people whom we don't know. Doesn't matter which nationality, doesn't matter which age group. It's a time where we make that difference to the world. So let's stay together. Let's do this together. And for this, any information you need, Kerry, the true friend of India, he's available. Prabhanjan, as Friends of India convener, Kamalji is there, Ajitji is there. I mean, we all are there. I, on behalf of Apna Frankfurt, I can say 24/7, the whole team is available for all of you. Reach us at any time. Drop us an email to admin@apnafrankfurt.de. Reach any of us through Facebook profiles. And any kind of information that you need, we are available 24/7 to help you. Doesn't matter in which part of the world you are. Doesn't matter if you're in Frankfurt or if you are outside Frankfurt. Doesn't matter which nationality you come from. We as a team are standing for humanity. And we are there to help all of you. Kamal, you want to add something here?
Dil se dil tak.
Yeah.
From heart to heart.
Yes, I mean that's the purpose basically with which we started Apna Frankfurt. And again, thanks a lot to all of you for taking out the time to be in this call with Apna Frankfurt today. And hopefully this is going to address a lot of questions which people have and going to help them. And we will definitely keep on taking questions from the people, and we would like to continue on this in the coming week as well. Right. So thank you very much, guys. Thanks a lot on behalf of Apna Frankfurt. Thanks a lot from my side for joining in today. And yes, we will get in touch again. Thank you. Thank you, Kerry. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Radio Apna Frankfurt. Dil se dil tak.